I have a new handbag. Of course, I will be switching out from the bag I used this weekend. Fill this one up because I cannot wait to start wearing her. I will use one of the new twillies in order to add a little bit of personality to this piece. Hi everyone, and welcome back, or welcome if you are new around here. My name is May, and today I have a little bit of a chocolate mocha mousse, as the name is going around, sort of haul. I am loving brown at the moment. If you have been with me for a minute, you guys know that I had my black phase. Black was definitely the color that I would just go to just because it made me feel really comfortable and just confident whenever I wore it. And it was also really easy for me to just add maybe a statement piece in order to complete the outfit and not have to break my head about how to mix and match certain colors. However, in the past couple of months, I have definitely deviated from the black route and added a few more neutral shades into my wardrobe. Now, brown was announced the color of the year, and I am so excited to incorporate it still during summer with some very lightweight pieces, but also taking it into the fall and winter time, just because I do feel like it is a great year-round shade. So with all that being said, we have a little bit of a haul today. It is a high-low kind of haul. I do have a piece from Hermes that I had to order and finally arrived. I have a new handbag that I am so excited to share with you guys, and then I have some H&M pieces. Let's start with the handbag. I think that's what you guys are more interested in, and I am so excited to share with you all. So here is the newest piece. It is from Freja New York. I posted on Instagram about this brand and I asked you guys to give me a little bit of details, and then I also said maybe if I don't get enough feedback, I might just have to try it out myself in order for you guys to come back here for some reference in regards to this piece, and that's exactly what I had to do. I did get a few comments of people that have had certain pieces from them and they were all positive, so that just kind of added the cherry on top of me deciding to go ahead and add this piece. So I finally think I found the perfect East-West bag to add into my collection, and that is the Mercer bag from Freja. I did get it in this stunning brown chocolate shade, and you guys, she is perfect. First of all, can we talk about the beautiful east-west sort of silhouette that this bag offers? After talking so much about the east-west style, I finally realized that what I really wanted from an east-west bag, at least for me, was a top handle that wouldn't necessarily be a shoulder strap. I did try on a few kind of east-west shoulder bags, and even though I love the really exaggerated east-west vibe, I just wasn't feeling the shoulder look for me. I have said it before, but I really like a good top handle bag. I can do a crossbody bag, and shoulder bags are really like my last kind of go-to. I mean, even my Kelly, I don't even wear the shoulder strap on her. It's been stored since I got the bag. I use this bag just as a top handle. So all of that, as I thought it through, I was like, I need something that honestly I can use as a top handle, but doesn't have the length of a shoulder strap, because I don't want it to look like a shoulder bag that I'm using as a top handle. I know I'm all over the place, but I just wanted to share with you guys what my thought process was in order to consider this piece and to ultimately realize that this is the perfect east-west bag that I needed in my collection. So as I said, this is the Mercer from Freja. They do have it in 3 shades in total with this beautiful kind of very smooth grained vegan leather. She does have a black lizard option, and then she has an oat and a chocolate croc embossed option. Let's go ahead and do a quick kind of little tour in regards to the piece, and I also want to get into the whole vegan leather sort of topic. So tour of the bag, we do have 2 top handles. Can you put it on your shoulder? You can. If you have slimmer arms than I do, then it'll probably lay there a lot better. However, it is a little bit of a structured bag, so just keep that in mind, because when you do lay your arm here, this is kind of like how it would be. So if you do need to throw the bag on your shoulder for whatever reason, keep in mind that it does have a decent drop length from the top handle. Now, as per the bag itself, as you can see, it's just a beautiful sort of embossed, very well made vegan leather. Guys, to the touch, this feels so soft. I was very pleasantly surprised. It has extremely minimal hardware. You just have a embossing of the brand right here, and I do love that it just kind of has that sort of monochromatic feel with the rest of the bag. Zipper, it is a silver zipper, and then you do have 2 tabs Let me remove the packaging. Also, I will insert a clip because I couldn't wait to do an unboxing with you guys. I needed to see the bag like right as soon as I got it. But I will have to say that the packaging of the handbag was very, very well packaged. I was very surprised, especially for the price of this bag. This price retails for $298 at the moment. I did sign up for their newsletter and then got a $20 off coupon. Back to the zipper, as I was mentioning, you do have two kind of zipper pull tabs. The zipper is also very smooth. And the last thing from the outside part of the bag is it does have this little clip, which honestly I'm considering getting it kind of cut, taking it to a cobbler and see if they can remove it. As of now, as you guys can see, I just had it kind of hidden like this because for me personally, this just doesn't make sense. Like I would never actually put the two handles together and then close the button like so and carry the bag like this. If you are somewhere where you need that extra additional security, then maybe it does make sense. But for me, this is just going to be so annoying to unsnap and then open up the zippers. You guys know I'm like an open bag sort of girl. I love carrying my bags open. Therefore, I went ahead and slid that to the side. And she lays perfectly fine right here. It's very hidden. You can't even see it when you're looking at the bag from the front. I love it. I really, really like this piece. So before I give you kind of my first impressions of when I unboxed the bag and my thoughts in regards to it, let me share with you guys the interior. And it is this beautiful sort of Merlot color. It just has a tag right here, which is attached to the zipper. I hadn't removed that yet, and it just says Freja New York, and then carefully considered foundation pieces handmade with exceptional ingredients, crafted in small batches and designed with love in New York. Returns will only be accepted if this tag remains attached, so keep that in mind in case you want to return the bag. I'm not, so we can definitely cut that. Where are my scissors? Oh, they're in the other room. Okay, we'll get that later. So this is the interior of the bag. It is again a faux micro suede sort of lining, and then you do have two small pockets in the back as well. Okay, so before we get into the whole leather sort of topic, I did want to share with you guys my first impressions when I unboxed this bag, and I was totally blown away. Once you take a look at the bag, it just looks so incredibly well made. I would never have assumed that this was not real leather just from looking at it. And again, to the touch, it is a very soft vegan leather option. So I really, really like that. I feel like it's gonna wear so nicely. Now, one thing that I do wanna point out is the smell of the bag. So obviously it is not real leather. It did not have that incredible leather smell that we get from when we are unboxing real leather pieces. To be completely honest with you, it definitely had sort of like a, I wanna say maybe like a packaged smell to it. It wasn't anything chemically. It was just like if it had been packaged for a minute and then, you know, you just kind of had the smell of sort of like the plastic that it had around it. I have then since removed it. I've had this bag just kind of sitting on my chair in order to film this video for about 4 days now. And you guys, no smell. No smell at all, which I prefer over a chemically smell. So I just wanted to share that with you all because I know that when I did the horse unboxing, that was a major concern, and the horse bags are all leather bags. And a lot of you were saying that it was coming with a very kind of like chemically smell. And I also explained that in that video that I do feel it has to do with the packaging that's being used maybe for these pieces. However, this one, honestly, the smell is completely gone. Again, you don't have that very yummy leather smell, but this isn't a leather piece, so I wasn't expecting that anyways. Now, how did this bag come to my attention and how I actually just started diving in order to do some research? I will be completely honest with you. We were in the sofa having breakfast, my husband and I, and he loves to watch those, like, I think it's BBC. I'm not sure exactly what the news outlet is, but it's kind of those that, you know, they've done something or what they've done to make this money or how they are retired now abroad. There's a ton of different topics that they had. And I ended up running into one from Freya. I'll make sure to find it and link it down below for you guys. And she shared her whole story there. And honestly, she just captivated me with everything. I love that she was like a strong corporate independent woman, that she wanted to take the time to create functional handbags for the corporate woman. So she did share how initially her first one was a tote bag. She spent so much money doing everything here in the US and kind of realized that for what she wanted to bring out in order to be an attainable price point for the consumer, as well as a well-made piece, she wasn't going to be able to do that if she created the bag in the US. So she then went ahead and worked with manufacturers in China. She did all of her research, put in the work, and then she finally was able to find a workshop that would create exactly the pieces that she had in mind with a price that she can bring to her consumers that would be attainable. So all of Freja's pieces are handmade with an ultra fiber leather, which offers a luxurious feel, being lightweight and water resistant and scratch proof. Now, the main difference between ultra fiber leather and vegan leather is basically the composition behind it. So while vegan leather uses more synthetic materials, ultra fiber leather is a type of vegan leather that is composed of recycled microfiber and a water-based PU coating, making it a more environmentally friendly option. So yeah, I think I've shared enough of the bag. Honestly, the silhouette of this bag just caught my attention so much. I really think that this is going to be that East-West style that I needed in my collection, and I really wasn't coming across anything like this from any other brands within the price point that I wanted to spend on this particular style. I am very excited to see how she wears. I will definitely be reporting back to you guys as I do use her. I am very excited to switch my things into her. Actually, let's do that now since we're already here. So I was using my Birkin 25 this weekend, and this is what I have inside. I have my mini pochette. It fits. That is a major plus. Sunnies. I have my Calvi Duo. Of course, a packet of wipes. A hand sanitizer, which we can put to the side. I love the kind of like elongated style of the East-West. So fun. I have a hand cream, and then last but not least, I do have my purse hook that I do use, and then I'll just throw that into a corner. So she's ready to go. Guys, I'm so obsessed with her. It's so good. Oh my gosh. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what your thoughts are in regards to it being a non-leather handbag. I want to hear, you know, you guys' opinion. Obviously, let's be respectful of one another, because I know some of us can get a little bit out of hands from time to time, but I'm open to hearing you guys' opinion. If you have any feedback to give me as well in order to care for this piece, obviously I would love to hear that also. But yeah, all of my things fit in there super nicely. I'm so excited to carry her like this. This is exactly like the vibe that I wanted to go for this particular bag. But again, it is nice that you can just throw her over the shoulder if you needed to, but for me it's definitely going to be a kind of crook of the arm or handheld moment. With that being said, let's get into the other unboxing that I wanted to share with you guys, and it is something from Hermes. As I said, I did need to order this. I went to the boutique. They didn't have it, of course, because I feel like, and I was talking about that to my SA, the US boutiques are so completely different from the European boutiques. I feel like the European boutiques have everything, and then here in the US we kind of get like the leftovers. So we do have two twillies that are just a recent release. Honestly, this is how the box came, and this is the receipt. I had actually put on a Instagram story my twilly wish list, because they've actually released a ton of new shades in so many beautiful color combinations, specifically delicious colors for the fall and winter season. And this one I was just totally obsessed with. So I went into the boutique, asked my SA about it. She's like, we don't have it, we have to order it. I'm like, that's fine. And then she's like, do you want one or two? And I'm like, you know what, let's do two. Simply because I really like either styling them both on my handbag, like on each handle, or what I have really been enjoying also is when I do use one on my handbag, then I love to style the other one like on me. So do a little neck scarf with it, or maybe wear it on my wrist, which by the way, this one that I'm wearing today is from Silk Philosophy. You guys know I love my Silk Philosophy silk bracelets. But yeah, that's kind of like the vibe that I've been going with if I do add a twilly. And I knew that this color was just gonna be so good that I was like, let me get two, because I know I'm gonna regret it and then watch them sell out when I do decide that I want the second one, and then I can't get it. I will pop up the name on the screen, but you guys look at those colors. Again, I'm having a brown moment and I am totally here for it. I also really like all the kind of like gold details, and the color combination, at least on this one in particular, is absolutely stunning. I'm obsessed. So let's do a little styling really quick before I share with you guys the clothing pieces that I picked up from H&M. But basically the other twilly is exactly the same thing. For this east-west silhouette, I personally do not like styling the twilly on the handle because I feel like the handle is too long. Just my personal kind of taste in regards to it. So the way that I do want to style it is kind of from the top of the handle and then styling it to the bottom and doing a little knot here. I'm just going to put it not exactly at the center, but a little bit more to the side. And then you just have equal parts on both sides, as you can see. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the front part to the back, bring it around. And then instead of just throwing this to the back, I'm going to loop it in front of this back part that I have, and now bring it towards the back and bring it forward again. Here we have the part that's in the front and then the part that we're bringing from the back. So we're gonna bring it forward, loop it in front, and then bring it to the back. Ta-da! Doesn't it look so cute? I love how it kind of just adds a little something, and then if you don't like it to be that high, we can obviously scooch her down, but you still have that really pretty kind of like braided look of the twilly. There you go. Obviously you can play around with like the bunny ears and make it a little bit better, but oh my god, you guys, I am obsessed with the look of it. The twilly just paired so beautifully. I love how the ends are that rich chocolate brown and it just pairs so nicely with the bag. And then I obviously really like kind of like the gold, sort of the different shades of like browns and beiges on the twilly. Absolutely perfection, like the perfect match. Okay, so let's dive into the H&M pieces before this video is 110 years long. I went into the boutique and I actually bumped into this top, and I was wearing my Hermes Kelly bag and it paired so beautifully. So I decided to pick it up online because, in case you guys didn't know, usually H&M has all the good sales online, and they were running 20% off, I think like an $80 purchase. So I ended up picking it up. However, I got it in the wrong size. I still love the blouse. I'm just gonna have to order it one size up. I kind of just put it over top like this in the store, and I was like, oh, a small would be fine because it does have like a boxy fit to it. But my problem area is my arms, and it is a little bit too tight, like right here under the arm section. So I am gonna have to size up on this one. But I love the color. It's like this very taupey sort of shade. It kind of throws green, sometimes brown, depending on what you're wearing. And the details on this blouse, for being H&M, I was very surprised with. Look how pretty the detail is on the sleeve there. And they even added those details on the cuff of the blouse. Moving on, the kind of like neutrals, brown colors, I picked up a pair of 100% cotton wide leg pants. We do have a trip to the Middle East later on this year, so I have a color theme in mind that I want to go for, and burgundy and brown are definitely the top picks. I saw these and I just thought that they would be so good in order to wear if we are going out to just walk around, or even as a little swimsuit cover up with another kind of like button down over top. They do have pockets, and it just has this elastic waistband here. Very, very comfortable. I did go with a size small, and I do feel like they fit me how I would like this specific wide leg sort of loose pant to fit. And last but not least, I added another waistcoat or vest. You guys know I love my vests. I just feel like they're so easy to dress up or down. However, with this one, I do want to play around with it a little bit because I wish it was a little bit more cinching at the waist, especially when styling it with the wide leg pants. I like to do either tight at the bottom or loose at the top. Sometimes I want loose on both. I rarely ever do a full-on tight outfit. It has to be like a very specific occasion. but this one, I feel like it is a little bit too loose around the waist for when I want to style it with the wide leg pants. I'm thinking maybe I can do like a little snippet at the back just to cinch it in a little bit, or I can maybe even throw a belt over top. I have to play around with it, like I said. But overall, I really liked this particular vest. I feel like vests are just great, even to just go out and pair them with shorts, to dress them up for a dinner date, take them into the office. They're just really so versatile in my opinion. All right guys, so that does it for this very all over the place high-low haul. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you love my new bag. I am over the moon with her. I'm so excited. I can't wait to like try her out, be able to give you guys a little bit more feedback on it. As always, thank you for taking some time to hang out with me today. Let me know what was your favorite part of this haul in the comment section down below, and I hope to catch you all in my next one. Bye everyone.